Heather.
This is Kyle.
And we're Guerrilla Culture.
And you're listening to Happy Earth Market Podcast. GuerrillaCulture.com or on Facebook, Guerrilla Culture, and Instagram, Guerrilla Culture Art.
And
Come
Google
check us out,
Plus.
guys. Yeah, and Google Plus.
And wish.com. And Happy Earth Market.
Happy Earth Market.
Now we're recording. Go ahead, babe.
Hi, everybody.
I'm Nathan.
You're listening to Happy Earth Market Podcast, and I'm Sam.
I'm Nate.
I'm Sadie.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Heather.
Yay! So you do need to speak up into this mic, so just use your best projection voice.
My big boy
Just
voice.
Speak to the back of the room.
Outdoor voice.
So if you guys haven't listened to this podcast, there's 3 different shows. There's the Generation Show, where we interview our elders. There's, you know what I'm saying, where we talk to like super fucking dope people who've done a lot in their life, like everybody from my grandfather to a Vietnam veteran who was shot down like 3 times.
Wow.
World War II veteran. No, excuse me, 13 times, not 3 times.
Wow, it's even better.
Yeah, missing a one. We have one where we just sit around and talk shit. And then we have the Entrepreneur Podcast, which is this one with you guys.
Okay, cool.
So usually we start this off like, what you got? What made you guys? Well, not you so much. What made you leave the system and start?
Wait.
But she hasn't left the system yet. Wait for
She
what?
kind of has.
Kyle and
She-
Heather, I mean, wait,
she
let's
runs
introduce who these people are first.
Well, go ahead.
I don't mean to, seriously, I don't want to jump right into it.
All right.
Who are you people?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
those
hey,
people.
you know, okay, so look. To be real, you guys are Happy Earth Market art members.
Yep. you
Yes,
Sure are.
you have two.
Happy to be
you
here
have
for sure.
2 panels in the corner that are just rocking.
Woo.
Yeah. Those.
I mean-
those walls look actually look really great.
In fact, I think
They make
really
the
happy.
stage.
I'm pretty sure, Nate, that we need to have a really good, solid picture with no filters so that they can truly see it
Of this?
of the corner as,
On the
as
cover?
the
No
filter
cover of
neither.
this podcast. I think that would be.
Oh,
does.
I was just
You
gonna
guys
use
can be
like the
standing.
side of your
We'll
face.
take a picture of you guys.
That'd be cool. Yeah. I'm down.
Yeah.
That'd be
Whatever.
cool.
That'd be cool too. You could do the side of my face with that in the background. Anyway,
Right.
so you guys have been supporting our third Saturday bazaar,
Yep. We've been
It's been a
every
blast.
single one.
every single one.
Yeah, how'd you guys find us?
You know, I actually.
Heather.
I had a friend who posted it on Facebook, and I saw it, and I kind of passed it up with the event, the bazaar, and then she saw it, and she was like, "We have to do this."
Okay.
So I was like, "Okay, so let's go see what it's about." So we contacted you guys. Said, "Hey, Happy Earth Market, we're Guerrilla Culture. We do art, we do shirts. We have a clothing company as well, but mostly we're an art collective."
Mm-hmm.
And you guys were like, "Come on down. We got PayPal, you know, hooked the whole business transaction of it first." And we showed up, and it was awesome. And we were super happy to be here, and we've been here ever since. It was great.
Heather, what made
We
you?
appreciate you having us for sure.
Yeah, what made you change your mind on us?
What made you? Well, what made you tell him we got to go here?
Well,
What true?
I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have actually several projects that I work on simultaneously.
I like that word.
She
And
is, too.
businesses that I'm helping grow and develop and
Yeah.
foster from the feet up. You know, and some have different, you know, focuses. Some are tech inspired. This is really my passion. This is my and Kyle's baby business is Guerrilla Culture. It's a art collective and, you know, a place to inspire social change through art and fashion in a grassroots way within the community, while also recontributing to the community that we want to see grow and develop here and all over the world. So,
Because
when
it's
I
needed.
because it's so very needed.
Yeah.
So I was going through looking at various upcoming events in the Las Vegas area, and I love sourcing stuff from social media sites. So I was on Facebook, looking at some upcoming lectures and different groups happening, and you know, pockets of things in various communities. You've got your art community, you've got your legal cannabis community, you've got all these various pockets, and on the rare occasion that you do see some great bleed through where you're getting a cross-culture dynamic, those are fantastic groups to attend.
Sure.
So that you can expand your network as well
Right.
as broaden your horizons in what your cultural environment
What you're
really
trying to
is.
do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so when I saw Happy Earth Market, I realized this is absolutely very well aligned with what our intention is with Guerrilla Culture. And it was just, ever since, it kind of manifested into this amazing relationship.
It just synergized.
Beautiful family. I love you guys
Does-
so
We
much.
love you too.
Does Guerrilla Culture have a mission statement?
We do.
We do.
Do you
I don't know it off the off
It's okay,
the
I don't
top
know
of
ours
my
either.
head,
Right.
but basically
Yeah.
what it is.
Because they have to be
Is-
so long.
Right. It's a whole paragraph that I haven't memorized yet.
We
I've
feel
only
it
been
though.
a
It's in our
business for
heart.
7 months.
It's in our heart.
It's in our heart.
We feel that.
We
And we
feel
have
it.
it-
Our
we do
mission
have
statement's
it
in our
written down.
heart.
But
It's on our
basically-
Facebook page. It's on our website.
Yeah.
Go read it. It's good.
Everywhere.
But
Go
I
check
can
us
improvise
out,
it. I'll
for sure.
tell you basically
Yeah, what
what
does
the
it
vision
mean to you?
is my vision was to have an art collective
Mhm.
and a subculture clothing line, sort of like a gritty street skate, graffiti,
Cool.
kind of like anarchist, whatever, right? So I kind of designed this logo and put it together. But what our vision was to have that subculture twist and have that gritty art about us, and have people, we used to have people that made jewelry. Obviously, we have people that you've seen our beanies. Our beanies
Yeah.
are great,
So
handmade,
cute.
I love 'em.
natural material. But so that's kind of our vision, to have like a sustainable green company that also has a little bit of grit and artistic twist to it,
Cool.
with the subculture layer on there as well.
Mm-hmm.
But what we do is we're not a corporation. Like, you can go to Macy's and you can buy a piece of clothes and piece of art or a piece of jewelry, and that goes to the corporation and makes them profit,
Right.
which is okay too. But what our kind of mission is we get behind causes. We vote with our dollar, so we want people to vote with their dollar too. So if you buy a piece of art or clothing from us, part of that goes back into the community, goes
Okay.
to help with Ron and Food Not Bombs.
Yeah.
We're selling these T-shirts so that we can give to the homeless
Sure.
community here.
To King Ron.
The
That's
art
awesome.
pieces, the series I did the time I lived in
Beautiful.
Santa Cruz, is going to help beach cleanups. We're here today trying to raise funds for Sadie's thing, going overseas and helping refugees.
Yeah.
So whatever we can contribute, we can get behind. That's a good cause.
Love it.
That's what we're about. So
And we want
that-
to use our influence to inspire others to vote with their dollars in the same
Right.
way, whether it be with us or in their own consciousness with other purveyors of fine goods. Then do it to somebody who has a soul about it.
Like-minded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what the culture is. We started doing that because I got sick and I stopped working in the mainstream.
You got
I'm a
sick,
chef
right?
by trade. I got diabetes from an infection I got. I was in the hospital for 6
You
days.
can wait. Hold on. You can get diabetes from an infection.
With trauma to your system, yes, you can.
Oh, I didn't know
It's
that.
not all sugar related, even though they'd the medical community would definitely
Like, you
like you to
believe
think
that?
so,
Yeah.
because that's how they treat it, and
I
their
didn't know
drugs
that.
don't work. We know. I'm living proof of that because I changed my diet and exercise regimen, and I don't take diabetic medications.
But
My
you
numbers
still
are-
have diabetes.
but I control it with
What I'm
the foods
confused
I
about
eat.
is most people with diabetes pronounce it diabetes.
I don't know.
I'm teasing you, bro.
Oh.
Diabetic.
I was like, I haven't heard that before, Nate. But so back
It's
to
a
the
good-
culture thing.
yeah,
I just
I'm
left.
sorry.
I was a chef by trade, and I couldn't do it anymore. I didn't have the energy. I didn't have the focus. I didn't feel well. I had to eat at certain times of the day, or my sugar levels would go down, and it was kind of a miserable thing. So I left that. The only other thing I was like, well, what can I do?
Art.
Well, yeah, art. And so I haven't done it for a long time. I have a history of it back in the
High school.
No, in
my
the
whole life
early
I've been
90s
drawing and doing
during
art.
The .com
But I
era,
did do a
Kyle
lot of
had
art in
a
San Jose and
business
San Francisco.
called Pixel Artillery.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a dope name.
Yeah,
I like the name.
pixelartillery.com.
What did the logo
was
look like?
name.
Dude, it was 2 pixels coming in hot, like with a little trail behind them.
How
like
cute.
that.
Oh,
Or
I
3,
gotta
yeah,
see
it was like
that.
a 3 little
You-
shape of pixels, like the red, blue, and green.
I would probably buy
coming
that
in.
shirt.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it's
That's
interesting because his art sold internationally. It was very well received in the Netherlands. And then he got away from his art career. He was a featured artist in Silicon Valley. He had work done at everywhere, galleries,
The Fairmont
restaurants,
Hotel.
the Fairmont. And then after the .com era, he went into a different direction and applied his art to the culinary art. So it was like engaging other senses as well as the visual. with
Right.
art, you know, making beautiful food. And then circling back, and now that he's painting and doing this stuff again, his art's blowing up in Sweden now. So it's interesting how his art
kind of
is
It's
viewed
neat.
and received in different
Yeah,
parts.
but
How do you
let's
guys
figure
market
I gotta
out there?
do what I can do, and try it. So we
Yeah.
launched the business with zero marketing budget, with zero financial nest egg,
Shoestring,
Just
shoestring
shoestring.
budget. Yeah.
and just kind of
Sounds
trying to get
familiar.
it off the ground and let it go and let it do it, get exposure.
Organically
And
just
it-
grow.
Yeah,
let it grow organically.
Well, we didn't have a choice,
and-
but we had to do it. So
But how are you guys advertising like in Sweden? Like how did
Internet.
they
Internet.
discover?
they found us.
SEO. You
Yeah,
gotta be
they
an
found
SEO
our webpage
master.
or they found our Facebook
What is
page.
SEO?
Search engine optimization.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've talked about that before.
Right.
Yeah.
You obviously,
It's very important.
No.
Heather
about
obviously
it,
knows
too.
what.
She knows
Yeah,
all about
I'm
it.
not. I
The
kind of
future.
like controls all the
Future
different
is
things.
here.
That's all
Let
the
people find
artists
you.
and the contributors to the collective. I'm kind of in the background.
in the
running
background,
the business.
in the Internet of Things.
Yeah, and the internet.
Internet of
Things.
Things. That is
Keeping the business
IoT
going.
for
Weirdest
those
term
that
ever.
don't
Arranging
know.
the events and finding the
Or
cool
not
stuff
today.
for Guerrilla Culture
Right.
to be involved in.
Honestly, like
It's fun, right?
We're not fancy.
Yeah. We're not
We
fancy.
never will be.
We're not fancy.
This could be $1 million
Yeah.
company. We still would never be fancy.
That's okay,
I
you
don't.
don't need
I
to
don't
be.
like bougie things. It doesn't.
Well, it contributes
that
to the
suit
yeah,
doesn't fit me.
contributes to the nothing.
You know.
Right.
At
And
all.
we all have strengths that we can bring to it. So that's part of what we're embracing is, you know, I don't paint, but I know how businesses work. So
Right.
I'll do that
You
part
got
of
the,
it. You know,
that part of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's important.
set
Yeah,
up
I'm
the
gonna.
wireless printer.
I pulled up your mission statement.
Oh, you did.
Okay.
Yeah,
hold up.
our tribe. We want to wake up mankind with our high quality clothing, art, and accessories. Our mission at Guerrilla Culture is to affect social change by creating awareness using guerrilla tactics in art and fashion. We are a socially and environmentally conscious art and clothing company that wants to create positive change through philanthropy. I hate that word. Awareness.
huh?
It is hard to say. Awareness and activism stimulating clothing and art. We use all sustainable sourced materials. If your style gravitates towards anarchist, hippie, patriot, or just your average badass, this brand is for you. This is clothing and art with a subculture twist. A portion of our proceeds will be contributed to various grassroots organizations that promote being the change we want to see in the world, such as helping the homeless, beach cleanup days, public school music and arts programs, and medicine for the terminally ill. Rise and grind, guerrilla culture. That's cool, man. I like it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think it kind of says
That's who we
exactly
are.
what
Good
we
job.
want.
Totally.
Yeah, that's a well-written
That's
mission
good.
statement.
Wraps
I
it
think.
up.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. No, I'm playing.
Go to guerrillaculture.com.
Drop the mic.
We have
Yeah,
cool
where
stuff.
can people find you, though, for like, guerrillaculture.com? How do you spell that?
That's guerrilla, the Filipino spelling, meaning like guerrilla warfare. So that's GUERRILLA, and I think you know how to spell culture.
You'd be surprised.
Okay, CULTURE, and we can find it at guerrillaculture.com. We're on Facebook at Guerrilla Culture. We're on Instagram at Guerrilla Culture Art.
Google Plus.
Google Plus.
All right.
Whatever else. So
So
yeah, we're on. We're on that.
Wish.com. You can
Yeah.
find us on Wish.com.
Oh, yes.
and
Wish
we
is a
also-
thing. I thought everybody got off of that. They were like,
Wish is a thing.
Wish.com is a thing. Yeah, huge internationally. Yeah,
Um,
and we're also on
Hence Sweden.
eBay.
We need to
eBay.
get
We're on eBay too.
wish.com.
So
Yeah.
if you want to check out our stuff, we're on eBay.
Yeah, there's many ways to find us on the
Awesome.
internet or at local events in the 702-408 and 831.
Awesome.
Where's 408?
And at Happy Earth
Yeah.
Market, you guys are here right
Yeah.
now,
Oh, yeah.
and you guys, there's
Absolutely.
art, beautiful art, and a surfboard here in the shop, Happy Earth Market, and that's at 900 Caronies.
Yeah. And portion of
Karen.
our
900
proceeds
East.
today
Yeah,
are
she's
going to help
having
Sadie.
it.
So come
Shut
by if
Yes.
you're listening. And you hear this out there in space
Yeah, we will
sometime
be-
today.
Yeah, come on, aliens.
Come on through.
So what are
and
you, Sadie? What
check
are you
us
doing?
out.
You're headed to.
The Middle East will be going to Lebanon, Israel, and Greece to work with refugee camps and hospitals for the month
Awesome.
of July. So today, right now, we are hosting a supply drive. We've gotten a few boxes full of
Woo-hoo.
stuff.
Thank you, community.
Yes,
I mean, yeah,
thank
that's
you,
awesome.
community.
I'm not gonna lie. I expected
Zero.
Me
Goose
neither.
egg.
Two.
Yeah, and
Me
we
too.
got 2 boxes, and you're
yeah.
gonna have boxes here for people to donate into. So.
Yes, so we'll be accepting donations here at Happy Earth Market, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. roughly, like Monday through Saturday. So drop it off. Books, shoes and socks, clothes of all sizes, all ages, children's activities, art supplies, anything. I mean, our used is their brand new. So
That's right.
yeah.
And there's, if you guys can't make it into the shop to donate, you'd like to donate some money, there is a PayPal set up.
Yep, there's a GoFundMe account. If you
Yeah,
go
GoFundMe,
to Happy
whatever.
Earth Market's Facebook or even Love Through Living's Facebook, there's a t-shirt campaign if you want to buy a shirt. LoveThroughLiving.com, there's a product shop right now that's live with peace patches and peace bullets that you can buy, and all those proceeds go to the project as well. So there's a lot of ways to get involved.
Yay. You've done a really good job.
Thank you.
This whole thing,
trying.
Sadie, yeah, it's
We're proud
fucking
of you.
shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm super proud of you.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, thank you guys.
But people
You've-
need that. What
Yeah.
kind of scale are we talking about as far as refugees? Are we talking tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions?
Millions.
That's
There's-
massive. So they need
Yeah.
a lot of people to come through.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, no kidding.
When
And what are the best things for those who want to get involved and come by here at Happy Earth Market and donate and leave stuff? What's the best stuff to bring? Like if I was going to Costco, what should I look for to bring?
Mostly clothes, socks and shoes especially,
Okay.
but clothes. I mean, especially in Greece, we're going to be retrieving people out of the ocean that have made it from the Middle East on their man-made raft, you know, and they have nothing.
like the
but-
Cuban style
Yeah.
Colombian
Cuban
raft,
style
yeah.
escapes,
They're gonna
you
be
know,
freezing.
so
Yeah,
Socks and
blankets,
shoes,
clothes.
all men's sizes, all women's
All
sizes,
women's
all
sizes.
children's sizes. Got
even
it.
infants, we have as young as 7 months.
Hey, I never
16
thought about
months,
that.
You
The
know,
babies.
baby, baby.
So children's
Diapers,
books.
probably need
Yep.
some
Their kind
diapers
of-
and stuff
there's
like that
children's
too.
size stuff.
Yeah.
And
That's awesome.
Hygiene
Human, man,
products, just
anything
everything.
human.
Humans coming in.
Hey, here's me.
Non-perishable. Are you taking food sources
Yeah,
too?
anything non-perishable too. You know, we're gonna do a bunch of shipments. Rehab, one of the people who's going on the project with us, helping facilitate it. She has family that lives in Lebanon, so we're gonna ship all the stuff to their property in Lebanon for us to be able to pick up.
Perfect.
Yeah, so all of it.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. And she's
That's cool.
done the whole thing. It's a lot of work. I can't believe all the work you put into this.
It's a lot of
cool.
work.
Labor of love, for
Absolutely,
sure.
it doesn't feel like work, you know.
If you saw the work she put
Yeah.
into Happy Earth Market, though,
That's true.
this is kind of
Yeah,
it's nothing.
it's just another thing. You
It's
know?
just another Sadie thing. Whatever. She's just some Buddhist.
It's
Yeah,
beautiful in here. Seriously, if you guys are out there and you haven't come by to check it out, come and see. It's gorgeous. It's colorful.
Good vibes. Good
Yeah,
people.
good vibes, good peeps, good times. Make some memories. Buy some art. Buy some jewelry. Take a yoga class. Have a
Buying
snack.
art,
fun.
you know,
Buy
buy
art.
stuff here, buy
Yeah.
stuff here, buy stuff here. I can't say that enough to everybody in the public because when you buy stuff here, it's going to you guys.
Exactly. It's
Like
going
if
back into
you
the community.
buy
Yeah, we don't
from the
take much.
green or blue
Right.
wall,
No,
like
it's awesome.
they get 90% of the money. Think of, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot.
And dealing with
for some
other people,
For some people in here, that's a lot.
it's
you know,
a much higher percentage
their
than other
dollar
places.
bracelet
only-
is a lot.
There's only one other place I know that takes a lower consignment because they put the art up for free because they're selling food.
Because they can't afford
Yeah,
it.
there's,
Right,
but
right.
anybody else doing consignment art, consignment anything is like most consignment shops are 60-40, and that's 60% for the shop.
yeah.
Well,
And trust me, if we could give it away, we would.
oh, if we could give this place away, yeah,
And you know what?
yeah.
And eventually we will be able to. Think about that when
Yeah.
we get
Yeah.
that $1 million
We're all trying to
app
build it right
happen.
now. Yeah.
A million
Momentum.
downloads, right? It's all it takes.
Yeah,
$1
2
million
million. I
downloads,
guess it would
yeah.
take 2 million.
That
to
guy
make
could sell a
$1
million pet
Easy.
rocks.
totally.
He did sell
Can't
a
be
million
hard.
rocks.
So he
So.
made $1 million.
It's only
so.
$1.
Yeah, it's only $1. Anything, I'll buy that for $1. It's the attitude, right?
And
They
it's
got
your
dollar
shopping.
stores.
You get to consume wisely anything you need. I want to get my dog washed.
Put it out to the
I'm
tribe.
going to open up my Hem app and I'm going to see what dog people, entrepreneurship, and I know when I'm going to that dog wash and giving them the $20, it's going to feed her daughter
Yeah,
that I just met.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real person.
Boy,
you
that's a
can
little
see.
different,
It's a,
you know
it's a
what I
lot
mean?
different. It's a lot better.
A lot better.
As
It's more
far as for
valuable,
you,
man.
Personally, like emotionally, you feel good doing it. They're happy. receiving it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
And
like
it just promotes the good.
I always say that too about artists. It's like buy art from an artist that's alive. Don't buy.
Dead
Obviously there's
people's
people
art.
that buy Picassos and things because they have a great name, but he's dead. He don't need the money. Artists today need the money because they're trying to. Buy it from a live guy. Buy it from a real person.
They're
he needs,
trying to
he needs to
survive.
keep the lights on. Like
And they're trying to convey a message to our society, to our time.
to our time.
Living, breathing artists are giving humanity the pulse that we need. You know what I mean? Whether
totally.
it be music or
They're the
visual
diary of the
art.
planet.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, art
Any
is
art.
so important to a culture.
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't allow the kind of artists that support their community to flourish in our community, then our community will die
Right.
without its arts.
Oh, totally.
So it's a huge thing about embracing what you have in
Yeah.
your demographic,
Totally. Totally.
and sharing and coming together
And sharing some more.
sharing
Sharing.
Yeah.
more.
Man,
Yeah,
that's so
for
fun.
sure.
It's so fun to share.
This place is quickly becoming like the bohemian pulse of the valley.
This place?
This place.
I love you
Here.
saying
wow,
that. Thank you. That's
Thank
cool.
you for the
Bohemian
compliment.
pulse,
That's cool.
Where you can come and talk about art and social change and
Culture.
environmental issues and culture and education.
And aliens.
Aliens, we
Saw one, man.
We
It's
talk about
real.
everything.
I believe in UFOs
So
now.
fun.
I didn't before I moved to Nevada.
No,
You
we-
saw one
I
though?
saw one,
Are you
dude.
sure you didn't see
I didn't
one
mean
of
to change
those
the subject.
um,
That was an accident.
That's podcasting.
Dang it.
One of those Chinese lanterns.
No, it wasn't. It was.
Well, that's
it
all
was
I
too
got there.
large. It was way too large.
Because some
Yeah.
could have been a
And
train.
it didn't move. It just stayed in one spot.
You said it was the size of a street light.
It looked like a streetlight to me at first, but it was
But
much
in the
higher up,
Mm.
and so it was the same size. So it had to be a way larger craft.
Crazy. You've seen aliens too.
I didn't see an alien. I wish I did, but I saw
You
something.
saw a
that-
UFO.
I saw something that I can't explain.
In
Okay.
the
You know what I mean?
sky
In the sky.
over Nevada.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Could have
I
been
was
the Air
like-
Force.
And it didn't look. I don't consider myself like a professional or like, I don't know what they would consider an expert witness.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not a radar operator. I'm not a pilot. I'm not an astronaut. Even though they've been up there and they say they see the same things, but what I saw I haven't seen before. You know what I mean? I haven't.
Truth enough.
Right, truth enough to me. I know what a helicopter
Right.
looks like. I know what an airplane looks like. I know whatever we have flying up there. I've seen satellites before. It wasn't anything I've seen before.
I
So I don't
believe.
know, man.
I
don't know
believe.
what it
And
is.
supposedly
Hold
our
on.
government hasn't yet discovered zero gravity reverse propulsion.
Oh.
So if it doesn't exist yet, then how could he see it? Oh, somebody has it.
Somebody has it.
Somebody's got it for sure, and they're using it.
Uh-huh. Either it's us or it's extraterrestrial.
I wish I had seen
That's
an
a tough
alien.
one.
That
You
would
wish-
Not
blow my mind.
extraterrestrial, maybe.
Oh yeah,
it's
I wish that all the time. Actually,
Maybe it's
I
more
wanna see a
like
real
outer
alien.
dimensional
Yeah, I
or
just-
interdimensional,
I don't want it
rather.
to fuck with me. I don't want it
Wow,
to
that's
like
a whole other
abduct
can of
me.
worms.
I just want to see it.
Yeah, right.
I saw
Aliens,
one. That's
though.
all.
We'll
It's
call
good
them that
enough
for
me.
now.
Then I go
People
back.
used to
hiding.
call them gods.
Yeah.
Pretty trippy.
Have you seen
If
the?
you do your research, you can find out a
It's
lot
like every
of
2,000-ish years it happens, and I think it's
Crazy.
Come on, aliens.
every 2,000 years
Ish.
ish.
It's
Like
Well,
the Earth
definitely
recycles
true,
itself.
Definitely true then.
the
that what you're
God.
talking about?
No, God reappears in a way every 2,000 years ish.
Okay. Crazy. I'd trip out if
Last
I saw
time it
that
was
too.
Jesus.
God?
This time it's
Yes.
something
I
else.
trip out too because I'm a
Look,
firm
I'd be
non-believer.
like, oh shit, just dropped to my knees.
I'm a firm 100% non-believer.
Religion parallels
Are you?
Yeah, I believe when we die, that's it. You just
Like
blank
lights out like before
Yeah.
you were born.
You're dead.
You don't
Before
remember
that, it
before you were
was
born, and you
something
don't
else.
remember
Nope,
after you're
that's
dead.
it. Lights out. You're done.
Yeah.
There's no second
Well, what if you
chance.
saw it?
Like you said, that would
Then
blow
that's
my.
not
That,
faith,
that would
right?
trip me out.
That would be like,
If-
okay, it's real. I'm wrong. Change your opinion.
I'm happy to be wrong. I would
Right.
love to be wrong on that one,
Right,
but I know
right,
I'm
right. Well, cheers to those people that can change their mind based on new information. I mean,
Right.
not. Yeah,
That's what it's for.
yeah.
We're pretty logical. I mean, that's what
Well, I
makes
was
us
a-
the superior beings of Earth, I think.
We were staunch
I was
conservative
high.
Republicans, so here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are. People are
Hey,
capable of
it's a
change.
crazy mixed up world. You've got white guys with dreadlocks, and you've got black Roman Catholics. crazy mix-up from
Right.
the world.
See, that doesn't make any sense to me. A black Roman Catholic makes no sense.
Right?
The religion that sanctions slavery you're now part of,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
confused.
Blindside, yeah, it's
Well.
definitely part of that.
I'm confused.
History.
Yeah.
They've got very good indoctrination. People don't
That's
remember the Crusades.
We just
or
believe what we're taught,
things like that.
and we're not
happened.
taught.
Yeah.
certain
The
things.
Crusades or the Inquisition
Purpose.
or
Spanish Inquisition.
Social
yeah,
engineering.
or
Yeah,
We're
they
not
do-
taught. We
They
don't.
don't even know who's
That's
taught,
part of the social
who fought
engineering is
World War
is
II
not
anymore.
giving us.
You
That's-
ask a
that's true.
single
Already.
person, say,
Already.
who fought in World War II?
Why-
I don't know.
Hashtag never forget.
George Washington? No.
But I wonder why that is. Are they not paying attention because of phones, or is it that we're not teaching it on purpose?
It's
Both.
the information
It's
is
both.
out there, but it's not presented in a way that's brought to someone
not
forward
relevant,
of
I
someone's
guess.
mind.
Like they don't
You know
care.
what I mean? It's like,
They don't
care.
yes, the information's out there and you can Google it and find it, but we're not making it a priority.
Even
teach
to the
it
point where you say the
Totally.
name Hitler, people are like,
Who?
like,
So if this upcoming
Really?
generation
Yeah.
doesn't
They
understand
can't
the
read a
events
regular
that
clock.
happened in history,
Yeah.
they're destined to repeat them, which continues the trap
the generation
of the
that can't read a
government,
regular clock, it has to
societal
be digital.
construct that keeps us all enslaved.
Yeah, they're taking them out of schools because kids don't
We
know how to
never
read.
learned it.
Oh, I knew that already.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Like,
I knew
why,
that-
how do you not know how a clock works?
What's funny is a regular clock is easier to read than a digital
easy
clock. A
when you
digital
know.
clock is a math problem. A regular clock, you look and you know what time it is.
Right. It's very strange.
Like, why would they?
Well, that's what they know.
Complicate
They're
it.
used to.
Well,
It is
because
pretty
she's
strange.
right. Because they don't know how to read it. Most kids can't read a clock anymore. A regular clock.
Just a digital image.
Yeah. Well, that's why they give them
Just the numbers.
calculators are given to kids now. They don't even try to teach them otherwise. They don't even try to teach cursive anymore.
No, they don't.
No, there's
Right.
no like the way we were pushed doesn't happen anymore.
No.
And I don't know why.
Yeah,
It's
kids don't know how to
changed in a bad
write
way.
anymore. Do your
No.
kids have nice writing?
Yeah, relatively good
We taught them
handwriting.
that,
I mean,
though.
we
They can
made
also
them-
read
You
a
guys
clock.
taught them.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
guys
we
saw
taught
it.
Oh yeah, we
They
know.
can read
yeah,
a
we
clock,
took
too.
a very proactive.
I think they might even be able to read a
stance
sundial.
about their
They-
education.
Oh, nice. Have
So
you?
even though they went to public schools, they also
Skills.
got a great measure of
Oh, you
homeschooling.
guys are assholes, man.
Yeah,
All
if
the
your
time.
kids are just getting educated in public school,
They're not getting a
they're
proper
getting
education.
they're not getting a proper education. They're getting a complete education
Right.
because they're misinformed.
A lot of what you have to do at home is reversing the indoctrination that they were given in
Yeah, you
public
gotta
school.
de-educate. We were just talking about that today.
You have
Yeah.
to kind of go, okay, what'd you learn today?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's discuss that. Let's really analyze that. Now,
Right.
what do you think is truth
Yeah.
in,
Right.
in that lesson? That
So
you
you
think-
allowed them to process.
True story.
Yeah.
Half
yeah,
the
story we
information
absolutely.
is given though,
Because
so it's hard to
the
for them.
important thing about being a student is not rote memory of
Mhm.
facts. The important thing is learning
How
to
to learn.
teach yourself.
Yeah.
Learning how to learn.
Learning how to
How to
learn.
think
Learning the
for
right.
yourself.
It's not the questions. It's the right questions.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
True story. We got called into my son's school because he corrected his history teacher.
They were angry.
The history teacher was pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, hold on.
Because he knew
He's
he was right.
He goes, look, I know you're right, but I have a certain curriculum, and my son didn't back down from his teacher. He's like, look, dude, you're lying. I forget.
That was bullshit.
I
Wow.
forget what history
great.
lesson he was learning.
You called them a liar, though.
Yeah.
You did.
Good for
Good.
him. I mean,
Yeah,
if
very
you've
good.
got truth and integrity on your side, who
Mm-hmm.
can really argue with you?
Yeah.
I mean, that's it, right?
That's it.
Well,
Yeah.
everybody because people only understand to the limitations of their perception.
Totally.
So if they don't have the if they're on the same level as you are, they're always going to think you're full of shit.
Right.
You have a good point there.
Their reality is totally different, so they'll
yeah.
argue it, but they'll think they're right.
Right.
Well, we have
That's
family
true.
that refuse. They refuse the information. Like, shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. That's just hippie bullshit. Like that's complete
Yeah,
refusal
exactly what I got. When I
of
was a
new
kid.
information.
Yeah.
They won't
Of,
even hear
your
it.
water's poison. Bullshit. Look, I can present you the facts.
Yeah.
The
No.
cures were no.
Send away
you
from your-
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you're
Right, for
you're,
your
you're a
pamphlet from
fucking
Pueblo,
libtard.
Colorado.
They really did gas Indians like last year. That's not possible.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, we have friends and family just refuse the information, and I
Me
think
too.
I think
There's a
it's-
word for that.
What is it?
It's called
Shame.
no. It's called cognitive
Dissonance.
dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is the belief that it's so indoctrinated and part of their thought. Any challenge to that, even based on facts presented,
Yeah.
will not. It causes a very uncomfortable
An
feeling,
adverse
an
effect.
adverse feeling in the human body. So
Okay.
they keep denying it.
It's called shame.
It's because they're just like, I
That's a
can't.
fancy
it's so
label
far
you gave
from
the
my
word
reality
shame.
and what I think and believe.
Yeah, it can't be
that
true.
I can't accept it because
Yeah.
the feeling's
Yes.
too uncomfortable.
It can't be true.
It can't be true. That's
Yeah.
bullshit. Our government
well-
wouldn't blow up a building. Yeah, they would. Yes, their water is poisoned. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
So anything that goes against contrary what the system has taught somebody basically
Not
is
just that though,
going to
man.
get
It's more than that because like a
get
lot of
the,
these people
you know,
are countrymen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
patriotic people who like totally love and trust and honor their country, like truly to the deepest root,
Yeah.
and they believe in their government so much and trust it so much. I know because
Yeah.
I was one.
But we're not talking about
Yeah.
the individual.
I mean
the
it.
patriot.
I've
We're,
been
not,
on the
talking
other
about
side of
we're
the fence.
supportive
Yeah.
of patriots. We're patriotic people. We're talking
But your
about a
definition of
corrupt
patriot.
governmental system
Right.
Right.
that's skewing
See, that's
the
the
opinion
difference.
of patriots.
And that's true. That's what I was
Right.
just gonna say.
Right.
And that any like I have friends of mine that any naysaying against the
Any
government
challenge, yeah.
is anti-American, and I'm like, well, isn't being American being the constant challenger? Isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't it being like I asked somebody today? Like, do you even know what fucking liberty means? You know what I mean?
Right.
Or
It's not
is it
just
just the
your
word
right.
you spout off?
It's your responsibility.
Yeah, yeah,
to question
and
your
liberty is
privileges
question
and challenge it.
all of
All
it
of
and
it,
challenge
yeah.
every
Sure.
single and completely always learning
Yeah.
and challenging your own
Reassessing,
views.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Challenging authority.
Challenging
Challenging
authority and your
control.
own views, because if you don't, then you're just stuck stagnant in a world that just makes sense, and that doesn't make sense to
But
me.
it's totally possible
Here.
to
I
love
agree.
your country and
Yeah.
hate your government
Dude,
if
totally.
they're wrong.
Absolutely.
And it's your responsibility to stand up and say
Absolutely.
something.
Mm-hmm.
Our
Absolutely.
forefathers were not conformists. These were anarchists. If they had been caught doing what they were doing, they would have been killed
Yeah.
for being rebellious.
And actually, they rebelled against very little. Like the
Right,
the
like,
amount
they
of
were
tax they
these-
were asked to pay wasn't much.
right,
Yeah.
they would have been killed. So it's kind of in our history
Yeah.
to do that, to question
Right.
what is
Constantly.
ethical, what is democratic, what is good.
But of
But,
course, the powers
if you
that
see-
be
especially
are
if
going to
you
want
say-
you to
see something
be,
wrong.
to have civil dissonance and disrest amongst
Right.
ourselves.
Amongst ourselves, yeah. Well, it's
Well,
divide
that's
and
how they
conquer
keep
for
It's the
reasons
oldest trick in
and
the book.
control.
It
Yeah.
is.
Divide and conquer.
Keeps
They
the,
got to keep
keeps
us
the
fighting.
confusion going.
But
Right.
I also
So
think
to
it's
say
in style
that
right now.
somebody who has these like
No good.
free-form
What'd you say?
thoughts about government
I'll remember.
are anti-American or anti-patriotic,
Mm.
you know, is wrong. Or to say that somebody who's in support of the government isn't free-thinking,
Sure.
isn't an independent, standing, integral person,
What
is
do you-
wrong too. You have to
What do you
look
think
at
about it being human nature?
a human nature.
I think if you look at an example like Nate was saying, any challenge to the belief that their country isn't doing the right things, or any kind of challenge, I don't even think racism is like the problem, because if you challenge anybody, it's just human nature, in the fact that if we were all the same race, we'd find something else to argue about: a sports team, a crosstown rival school,
a height.
a height. Look at the countries, some of the places in Africa, the neighboring countries. They fucking hate each other.
Yeah.
The tribal people hate each other. They're the same color. They're the same national origin as well. They fucking fight to the death.
It's very human nature.
You know what? It's
It's
very
human
human nature.
Yeah.
We'd find something. If it wasn't race, it would be whatever. Oh, you like the Raiders? I like the
Politics.
Niners. Like,
Yeah.
just
So
anything.
rebellion should be evolution to get away from that.
Right.
To start to come to a place where we no longer have to fight that way.
Where it's not
Exactly.
offensive for
Yeah.
me to say, I'm a patriot, but I don't like my government. I think what our country is doing is in the
Wrong,
world is
yeah.
wrong. And to have somebody say, well, it's America. Well, just because it's America doesn't mean a lot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're America, and we
Yeah.
should be setting the example, not doing
Right,
the damage.
right, and
Exactly.
hearing
We have such a great opportunity to do so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do.
We do.
We have the
and
power.
hearing
We have
perspectives.
the money. We have the people. We have the manpower.
Mm-hmm.
We have every tool available to us, technology, to do
Amazing
just
things.
that.
I think America stands at a place where we have a very hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to acknowledge the damage that we've done to our own people. We have to acknowledge the genocide that we've caused to a whole people.
Yeah.
And we have to sit down and look it in the face and say, okay, fucking, we did this. And I'm not talking about a color. I'm talking about a system that did this.
Right.
Okay, we did this. Now let's fucking fix.
Right.
And
Let's
start
fix
to-
the genetic memory and start to move on and
Right.
move forward. Because if we don't, the greatest experiment, the best experiment that ever existed in humankind will wither into destroying itself.
Absolutely. And you have two veterans talking about this subject. So we're both people, Nate
You're a
and I,
veteran.
Yes, and people that saw it from the inside out, not just from the civilian perspective,
Yeah.
but people that have done the job, been
Right.
on the government end of it, and seeing what happens. It's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a different story. It's been told to the public, or what our actual missions are.
Right. Well, they have to sell a
Illegal
story
shit
so they
happens all
can
the
get the
time.
support.
Right. Otherwise, they
It's
can't
dirty.
fulfill their imperialistic agenda.
Well, it's just cash, man. Like
Money,
imperialistic colonization, whatever you want to call it. It's fucking Halliburton.
Yeah,
Like,
Which is
it
why,
really is.
it
it really is
and you
companies
think
getting a
about-
paycheck.
yeah.
You think about a consciousness, a like-mindedness that, like, such as we have here at Happy Earth Market.
Sure.
We're entrepreneurs and business owners of this kind of consciousness who want to be proactive in how they're representing their business, their corporate responsibility, the kind of partners that they're doing business with, the message they want to send to the public, and the kind of consumer they want to draw
Right.
to their brand. It's an amazing, amazing thing. And, sparking this fire here in the Nevada Valley, here in
Yeah, here in Las
Clark
Vegas.
County,
Yeah.
and watching it explode, this is going to expand. Happy
Oh,
Earth
yeah.
There's a
Market
lot of us
has
here.
so much potential
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
to
no,
grow
I had an
chapters
idea, but
all
no
over
idea.
the world.
Right.
And
That's
that-
why it's in the name. I called it
Exactly.
Earth for a reason.
Exactly, but I'm
This is-
saying, like, it's been an amazing thing as an entrepreneur,
Absolutely.
as
Sure.
a contributor, and a participant, and all of this amazing, beautiful shit that's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
was
fun,
like we
right?
found our
It's
tribe.
great to be
Yeah.
able to
Through us?
literally,
Same way.
consciously,
Yeah.
Wow, that's
proactively
beautiful.
level
No,
up
it's
and
really
go.
cool.
Be here with
You know,
it.
yeah, I'm getting stuff done. I'm being proactive in my community, in my business, and I'm surrounded by like-minded people, all coming
Love
about
you
the
and
same-
care about
Right.
you
Yeah.
and the same shit.
Yeah, where we're
Right.
from,
It's
this
very
is a very
supportive.
normal part of society. Like, spending so much time in Santa Cruz, the whole city is bohemian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very hippie, surfer, skateboard.
Mm-hmm.
Take
very-
care of your neighbors.
Take care of your
kinda-
neighbors,
Yeah.
your community.
Gotta take care.
There's bazaars. You can go any day of the week at any time of the day and find a farmer's market or an outdoor market or a
Yeah.
bazaar or just somebody who
Selling
needs a,
records on,
On the
selling
side
their
of the road,
inventory,
yeah.
Somebody
sitting
needs money.
downtown on
Everybody
the
needs
sidewalk
money.
Yeah.
because that's how they make their money.
Uh-huh.
And so we moved here and we didn't really see that culture. It's very Vegas culture. It's very selfish almost.
Money driven.
Money
Yeah.
driven.
Vice
very-
Consuming driven.
It seems like everything revolves around the strip. Either it supports it or it supports the people that work there.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Right.
So
and we
there's not
definitely
very much of
gravitated
this.
towards people who
Right.
are on the
So once
fringe
we
of
found
that,
it,
who are anti.
I was happy. I was like, there are this here.
Yeah.
There's desert. I looked at Heather. I was like, there's desert hippies.
We are here.
There's desert hippies.
There's desert hippies. It's like a
Yeah, there
different-
totally is.
We're used
Yeah.
to like redwood mountain hippie, beach hippie.
Yeah.
There's definitely desert hippies. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
absolutely.
cool.
And we love
Yeah,
that.
we
This
love
is our
them,
tribe.
and it's awesome.
This is our
It felt
flock.
good. And the Happy Earth Market did that for us too.
Cool.
So Guerrilla Culture is definitely.
Yeah,
definitely
I love you guys. You guys
glad.
have been a
Thank
solid
you.
art
We're glad we found
piece
you.
that's been here, and we're glad too. I mean, it's been awesome.
For-
It's been it really has been awesome having you guys at the
Yeah.
bazaar because it's like, yeah, we have art here.
Well, for me, it's
And
for me, it's
coming
nice.
in too. You know, I mean, it's important to get it out because
is.
art is so vital.
Right.
It's vital and it's fun.
But the
and
thing that's great about Happy Earth Market that I love, you guys have so much stuff going on. The open mic, the yoga classes,
yeah,
the meditation,
everything.
drums for kids, and just art stuff going on
Lots
and
of art
classes.
stuff, yeah.
I wish I could be here more. You know what I mean?
You should
That's
try
like you
jobbing
guys have-
here, man. It's great.
Right?
You don't get
Like-
paid, but
Yeah,
it's
I don't
fun.
get paid now.
You should
I
come
don't get
job
paid
here with
now,
us
man.
then.
So unless I sell stuff, I don't get paid now. So
Come job
it
with us
wouldn't be
then.
that
It's
much
fun.
different. Just different
You can
couch.
always use a new body.
Just yeah. So yeah. I mean,
See, I like
we found
meeting
that
you
for
guys because I miss California, and not for the reason you think. Like the desert hippies, like you call them, there's no fight in them.
right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a grit.
What do you mean?
There's a
We're
grime to California that doesn't exist
rusty.
here.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yep.
Like
For sure.
fucking
Because you're all gangbangers.
It's true.
Well, there's a very
It's
heavy
true.
culture.
But also, it's just you know what I mean. You're cool, but you could also get punched in the fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And I
It's
miss
in the
I
water in
miss
San
it.
Jose, actually.
I miss watching people get put in check. I really do. And
Yeah.
maybe that's just because
they'll do a lot of this
Here?
but
Yeah,
they'll
but-
do a lot of mouthing.
Yep.
But when it comes down to confrontation time, they're like, "Whoa, dude, why are you so
That,
upset?" You're
right.
like, "You were just antagonizing me. What are you talking about?"
Right.
Where I'm from, you get
We're
punched in the
fighting
face
now.
for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
And I noticed the same thing about pedestrians. They'll walk in front of your car without even looking,
Mm-hmm.
and then walk as slow as they possibly
Not
can.
giving
Like
a shit.
you're not even there.
Totally
Yeah.
Where I'm from,
mindless.
I don't do that. When I'm in the street, I move my ass or I wait for the car to
You
pass.
assume they're going to
Where I'm
hit
from,
you.
Oh, yeah.
they
They
will
get
fucking
points.
hit you. They want to.
They get points.
They're angry, like they've been in traffic in Silicon Valley all day. They get off the freeway, you walk in front of their car, they're like, I need
That
this
is
today. I need I don't care about the points. Like, I don't, it's just, well, I'm going to hit you. Just because you're that stupid. You didn't even look, and now you're walking slow, and now you see me, and you still walk slow.
Not that we
Nope,
condone
I'm
this,
just
we
gonna
just
punch it.
understand.
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
there's a difference. I'm not saying it's the
there's
right
definitely a
attitude, but
different
it's
brand.
an
There's the
attitude.
attitude.
There's-
Everybody's
little-
cool unless the other person want to fight. Then you have to kick the other person's ass. It's kind of the way it is. Be friendly, play nice with others.
California, man.
But then
You know what I'm
You
talking
know,
about.
I do
well, yeah.
know.
You
You
know
guys are
exactly
so
what I'm talking about.
tense down there.
there is.
man.
It's
Yeah, it's
tense.
true.
You got to be quick.
It's
You got to be on
tense.
your feet.
Yeah, it's definitely a different
Maybe it's
scene.
the elevation.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Probably it.
Oh my gosh, I went home. I went to Silicon Valley. I was in San Jose
Like,
for a month, right?
yeah, just not
And
even that
I
long
felt
ago.
so incredibly buoyant. I started jogging.
What? I feel light.
I-
Gravity?
the gravity felt different for some
Lighter.
reason. Yeah, I felt lighter. I was
Yeah.
like, I could
Because you're
run
at sea
for
level,
freaking
or like a
days.
couple hundred feet above. Up
Yeah.
here, we're at least what 2,200, something like
Yeah.
that in Vegas.
Gravity's
And I'm
a lot
hot,
High
heavier.
and
desert.
I'm trudging,
Gravity's
and I'm like,
heavier
oh,
here.
I can't breathe,
Yeah.
it's too hot.
Yeah.
And I went home and I was like, oh my god,
That makes sense.
That's
so
hilarious.
oxygenated.
I'll buy it for a buck. Why not?
It was rad.
Yeah, I'll buy that for $1.
But every time I go home, I stay there long enough to want to leave.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's
fuck,
the truth.
fuck this. I'm ready
Long
to get
enough.
out.
I
Yeah.
gotta go.
Just
back.
long enough to realize this is a great place for me to be from.
No, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from here. It'll always be home, but I gotta go.
Yeah.
You know who that is?
Who?
That guy produced every 90s hip hop shit you ever heard.
Really?
The Far Side,
Really?
fucking Alcoholics, King T, half of the.
Really?
Yeah.
Ruckus?
Huh?
Greg Ruckus?
No, E Swift.
Ah, cool.
E Swift.
Yep. I'm sure you
I want
heard
a
it.
cool fucking
If you
name
look,
like
yeah,
that,
me
man.
too. You know they call me.
What's your
What they
name?
fucking
E
call
Swift,
me in the
motherfucker.
biker community. They call me Wiffle.
Oh, I heard about this.
What a depressing fucking name.
How
Hey,
did that
Wiffle.
come about?
Could
Oh.
be
It's not a
kazoo.
name, bro.
We
It could
told-
be kazoo.
You told me the story. I'll let you tell it, dude. You got it.
I've told it on this
that.
on the radio
Right.
before, but I beat a guy up coming to my house with a baseball bat, and the guys in the club teased me because I didn't shoot him.
Right.
So it turned into that Beastie Boys song. I did it like this. I did a wiffle ball bat.
Wiffle ball
Yeah.
bat.
So it just it snowballed. And actually snowballed just one person, and him and I don't even talk anymore. But
That's funny, dude.
But the name stuck.
but the name stuck. Yeah.
Wiffle ball bat.
Wiffle.
Name. You know
Wiffle.
wiffle?
Yeah. Now it's just whiff.
I understand. You probably don't like it.
Is
so
that
I'm not gonna
better?
call
Yeah,
you
that's
that.
not better.
No,
Wiffle
it's
was
not.
better.
I'm not going to
Whiff.
call you that. What's up, whiff?
Why are you making
What a
the
whiff.
H sound?
E-whiff. See, E-whiff would be
E-whiff,
good.
yeah,
See?
and whiff,
Gotta bring it
no,
back.
E-whiff
Swift
works,
It's
yeah.
almost like Swift.
D
but-
whiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, WH. There's no WI,
E
motherfucker.
for it, yeah.
Whiffy.
Whiff.
But you can't put the E on the back.
Ah.
Whiffy.
That's funny.
Whiffy.
Yeah. E-whiff.
So you're a veteran. What branch did you serve in? We didn't
Army.
hear that part. Army.
Yeah, Nate and I share the infantry together.
Yeah, she's blue cord.
Yeah, I have a
I
blue
know, but
cord.
the radio didn't.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
I have
the
a blue
recording.
cord.
We
I
are.
do. Yeah, I was in the Rangers back when they wore black berets. What do you think
Berets
about that
when they
shit?
were
Now
distinguished.
everybody wears them, and they were
No
pissed.
offense,
They were like,
Rangers,
what
but
the
you
Oh,
know
we were-
what I
yeah.
Bet.
Yeah.
The
Giving a
infantry.
black beret. I worked hard for
That was
this.
fucked
Right.
up. I was really upset.
We refused to wear
about
it,
Did
for
you?
like a
Too,
year.
yeah,
Yeah, the
they-
infantry, all the infantry guys refused to wear it for
And
like a
the
year.
contract went to China
Of course it did.
To make the berets?
to make the berets.
Yeah.
And they,
Of
people were
course.
pissed about that too. They're like,
Of course it did.
Yep.
what do you think they do? Your weapon is made by Mattel. Lowest bidder, guys.
Mattel.
It definitely is the old M16. I don't know who makes them now, but when I had an M16,
It's still
Back in the day,
Colt.
It was Mattel.
Is it Colt?
Colt, yeah.
Dude, It said Mattel on the handguard. Like,
I'd never heard that.
you know what I'm
No.
saying? It's like
Angry.
lowest bidder, guys. Lowest bidder. So
That's
You guys make a gun?
Yeah, China.
Sure, we make cars.
Yeah, we make
Holy
we
cow.
can make anything you want. We have all the infrastructure.
Yeah,
Just
set
pour
up.
the mold. Just
We'll
pour the
just
mold.
Yeah.
print
Right.
it out for you.
I bet you people would be pissed if they knew.
Oh,
a
totally.
toy company made war weapons,
That sounds like a documentary.
right?
We need to make it, man.
Who makes the Bradley? Better not be a toy company.
You know all the so. My son
That's
services 3 vehicles. 2 of them are 100% phased out. Nobody uses them anymore. So they keep it there for the contract.
Right.
So he has to clean it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's there.
Funny.
It's there for the contract. The Army has held on to them. They're not using them anymore. They've held on to them for the contract of maintenance.
Okay.
That's so government of them, dude. Like,
Why?
Do you know how many? So there's a large company that maintains these vehicles. You know how many employees they have that that manages the maintenance?
A lot. Like a lot?
You wish.
No?
No, huge $1 billion contract, gigantic thing.
Huge.
One guy.
One guy washing cars?
One guy goes and tells people how to service vehicles that aren't in service anymore.
cool. Provide
How to
manuals and
service
whatnot.
vehicles that
The
aren't
blocks of instruction,
serviceable
as they call it.
Mm-hmm. That aren't in service anymore.
They're not in
They're
service,
no longer
but
used.
They
They
still
replaced
phased
require
out.
service.
They replaced them with the Striker and the MRAP. These 2 vehicles, the Bradley and the other vehicle, I forget the other one,
Yeah.
are no longer used.
And we have a lot of them.
Tons, yeah, but they just sit there.
We need an army for the
Yeah.
maintenance of them.
Yeah.
That's how many we have.
So everybody talks about conspiracy and stuff like that. It's cash.
Yeah, it's money.
It's cash like
It's
that,
so sad.
right?
It's,
So
it's
Wow.
the easiest.
Yeah, and this
direct way to
being
get there.
Memorial Weekend, this isn't a
it's an excellent
montage
subject.
into the
This country
subject.
does everything
Yeah.
for money.
This
What
morning,
do you-
I'm sitting here just in complete download at the cemetery, placing flags and looking at the 44,000 flags
Wow.
flapping in
No,
the
they're,
wind.
they're not. They didn't all die in war. They're all just.
They're
servicemen.
veterans.
Yeah.
They're
They're
people
veterans.
who signed up honorably to serve their country.
Yes.
Crazy.
And here's
But,
these
yeah.
flags just flapping all over the place. And I don't know, man.
Heavy.
It sucks.
Man.
It
Yeah, it
sucks
sucks.
because it's all consumerism money that has
Well,
created
yeah, you
this
think of because
system
they
that
died
we're
for a
in.
corporation or whatever too. like,
Whatever.
yeah, it kind of sucks.
It's in vain.
It's a heavy image though to
It's
have in
in
your
vain.
head all those flags and all those people. You just think,
It's a heavy image every year.
Every
Yeah,
year it
right.
sucks.
Every
It's
year we
hard.
go.
It
You guys should go.
remember, it's not just
Everybody
a
should
three-day
go.
weekend. do it.
Everybody should go.
yeah,
Like even if you don't know a single service member, you should go and put some flags in and be like, holy
Just
crap.
to
Good
just to
idea.
feel it.
Yeah.
Just to see the amount.
Yep.
right.
You know what I mean? Like you could see the pictures of Arlington. You could see the
Yeah.
pictures, but
When you're there, it's
have a seat and look at 40,000 miniature flags as far as you can see.
And there's a
and
veteran.
understand what it means.
There's a
You know what I'm
veteran cemetery in every city across the U.S. So
Well, and yeah, in every state at least.
every state, go make
Wow.
a visit. Some Memorial Weekend people. It's worth it.
Yeah, it's not just barbecue and Budweiser for
Well,
No,
no Memorial
and it's
Day.
not about buying fucking
It's not-
furniture on sale.
Yeah,
Nothing
it's not
pisses me
just a
off more than
3-day
Memorial.
With
Day
that said,
sales.
Happy Earth Market has a sale this weekend. No, I'm playing.
Nice.
Well, we are
nice
selling
segue.
bake sale.
Great segue,
We
Sam.
got your organic bread and cookies over
Yeah.
there.
But that's to send peace workers to the Middle East.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Money goes for
Yeah,
Sadie.
that's-
So,
It's different than more, but kind of like the same.
Yeah, we're just fighting on different ends.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, love and
Different
light, though.
teams.
Yeah, but the same.
Yeah.
But the same, but different.
Yeah, it's
That's awesome.
all balance.
Good.
That is a heavy image, though. I mean,
It's hard, yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
At this point, with my experience, I don't know if it would be too heavy, though. You know what I mean?
It was
I'm
at first.
a little more empathetical than I used to be. You know, I
Oh, you would
definitely
be- you
before
mean-
in my past life. I did not have compassion or empathy. I just didn't
Oh.
care.
Well,
And so now that my heart's changed a lot, those
Yeah.
things affect me in a different way.
I understand.
I don't know if I'm ready for it. To be honest with you,
Still
Even
there,
though
you can
it's
go
a
there
beautiful
today.
thing.
They're there all weekend. They pull them up on Monday.
No shit.
Oh, they pull 'em
Where's
up
the
on-
one here?
In Boulder City,
City.
on like you go to Boulder City, it make your first right.
Okay.
Like as soon you got to get through the freeway and all that shit,
Yeah.
and you get to Boulder City, and the first stoplight that says Veterans Memorial Way, make a right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And then
You can't miss it. Once you see it, you can't miss it.
you can't. Yeah, as soon as
Once you get
it's
to
about
it,
2
you'll
miles
see.
down the road, and you go, oh, there it is, because you can't miss it.
Right.
gonna be a bunch of
and I
flags.
wonder if these are all local soldiers.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Most of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're either local or like live here like we do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, there are some buried there that were unclaimed. That might not be from.
There's a
here.
few. Every Thursday they have a unclaimed service member
Do they?
service. So
That's
if
cool.
you didn't know, like there's a
The unknown soldiers.
there's a organization called Missing in America Project, and they basically just scour funeral homes looking for servicemen and women who haven't been buried, and they do 3 or 4 a week here in Boulder City that they find,
I did
and
not know that
they have
about
buried
Boulder
people
City.
all the way down to all the way back to like the War of 1812.
Wow. That's
pretty
These
neat.
people have been
cool.
just sitting there unclaimed in funeral homes and stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah, we used to ride to Tucson every year to there's this huge ride from Tucson to Mesa where their Veterans Memorial is, and buried theirs there, but they only do it once a year, so they have like 50 or 60 guys. Boulder City does like once a month or it's every week depending on how many they have.
Right.
Yeah. And those are all volunteers that run it, so
Yeah, it's a Patriot Guard.
it depends on how many volunteer hours they have to work on it. Depends on how many
That's really cool
people
that
they
they're doing
bury.
that, though.
Yeah, it's
Good to
beautiful
know.
and it's sad and fucked up.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah,
sad.
The
It is
Patriot.
sad and fucked up, but you know what the great thing
It's
about
cool that
those
it
places
exists.
are? When
That
you
they're
see
doing
photos,
Mm-hmm.
they're all dressed to the right and covered down. Like
Yeah.
everything's perfect. No matter
Oh, yeah,
which
for sure.
direction you look,
Yeah.
it's lined up. It's always amazing.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, they pulled that off?
Tomorrow
That's crazy.
is the Flags Over the Dam ride, and there'll be about
Oh, that's right.
there'll be
I've
about
seen that
what do you think,
before.
600 or 700, maybe 1,000 motorcycles lined up
Cool.
that ride.
I've
The
seen 'em
police
before on the
block it and
freeway.
everything, and they just go straight from the dam to the memorial and it's for the Special Forces Remembrance Day.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I've seen them on the road before, I believe.
Not on the,
And I was like,
not
what
this
the heck is
particular ride,
this?
yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, it's Memorial Day weekend. Cool. That's
It was
really
all
cool.
somber now.
Yeah, sorry, I
Oh.
brought that up.
All right, bring it
We're
back
putting this up tomorrow, though, on Memorial
I am
Day,
gonna put
right?
it up. It'll go up on Monday. What's
On
tomorrow?
Monday.
Sunday? Yeah. So I'll put it up on Monday.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I try to put them up every Monday. These shows, but we just haven't done a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, life. That's
Well,
that's.
if you ever need
Entrepreneur life.
chatterboxes, Heather
Yeah.
can't stop talking.
She stopped talking for this.
I don't, well, no. Let her ask her something she's interested in, she knows about, and then just sit back. Yeah, she will. She hasn't
I'll talk to
ever
her
met a
bench,
stranger.
it'll give me an idea.
Yeah, she will.
Oh, I'm ready for a cigarette. Yeah.
I am.
You guys believe it's been an hour?
An hour?
way.
Swear to God, plus the
That was an easy hour.
plus the
buddy.
16 minutes I have from earlier. So I'll put that at
Okay,
the
cool.
end.
Yeah, we can call it a wrap if you're ready.
Yeah,
Good.
cool. Where can they find you?
GuerrillaCulture.com or on Facebook, Guerrilla Culture, and Instagram, Guerrilla Culture Art.
And
Come
Google
check us
Plus.
out, guys. Yeah, and Google Plus.
And wish.com.
So-
And Happy Earth Market.
Happy
Yes.
Earth Market. Bye.